নমস্কার। নাইপার কলকাতার 11th কনভোকেশনে উপস্থিত সকলকে জানাই সাদর অভিনন্দন। As a matter of fact, please to remain silent, maintain the decorum all throughout today's program. No clapping or shout out is allowed. Also keep your phones in silent mode. Now, the ceremonial procession is about to enter the hall. For that, I request everyone to raise from your seats and remain standing till the end of the national anthem. The ceremonial procession The ceremonial procession has begun, so let us all be prepared to welcome the ceremonial procession. Those who are seated, please do stand up. Let's welcome all together the ceremonial procession. Good afternoon, all the respected dignitaries, faculty.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Good afternoon, all the respected dignitaries, faculty, staff, and beloved students. On behalf of NIPER Kolkata, I welcome His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Honorable Governor, Government of West Bengal. Guest of honor, Professor D. Srinivasa Reddy, Director, CSIR IICT Hyderabad. Professor P. Balaram, Chairman, Board of Governors, NIPER Kolkata. Professor V. Ravichandran, Director of the Institute. Professor Subramanian Natesan, Registrar. Dr. Sugato Banerjee, Dean. I now request the Director, NIPER Kolkata, to welcome the Chief Guest, His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Honorable Governor, Government of West Bengal, with a bouquet. I request the Director, NIPER Kolkata, to welcome the guest of honor, Professor D. Srinivasa Reddy, Director, CSIR IICT, Hyderabad, with a bouquet. I request the Director, NIPER Kolkata, to welcome the Chairman, BOG, Professor P. Balaram, with a bouquet. I request Professor P. Balaram, Chairman, Board of Governors, NIPER Kolkata, to declare the convocation open.
I declare the convocation open.
I request Professor V. Ravichandran, Director, NIPER Kolkata, to present the Institute's academic report.
President of the Convocation, Professor P. Balram, Chairman, BOG of Institute, BOG members, Senate, APTC. I am very happy to join with all the constitutional members of Institute. I feel highly privileged to welcome His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Honorable Governor, West Bengal, on the occasion of 11th Convocation of the Institute. I am deeply obliged that His Excellency has kindly consented to spare his valuable time to encourage the young leaders of the country in the pharmaceutical science. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Professor D. Srinivasa Reddy, Director, CSIR IICT, Hyderabad. It is my pleasure and privilege. I join with all our faculty members, Senate, to welcome Professor P. Balram, Chairman BOG, distinguished guests, colleagues, industry people, students, friends from the media. I am thankfully acknowledge all the invitees accepting our invitation to be available here to honor the convocation of NIPER Kolkata. I am sure that my colleagues from the academic, industry, faculty, and professional would be proud to be part of this convocation. This is a moment of joy and celebration for the students, faculty, and staff, their parents, that the hard work and sincerity and commitment has made this moment possible for this convocation. This institute feels delighted today at this 11th convocation event with the success story of these 16 years, scripted with the confidence and determined efforts of everyone in the institute, and the warmth of the funding, the policy, and encouragement from the Honorable Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, the Secretary, Madam Abarna, the Department of Pharmaceutical, and NIPER Council, Board of Governance, the support of the colleagues and various research institute, the stakeholder here in Kolkata, the Bose Institute, CSIR, IACB, and the AIMS Kalyani, the other institute surrounded here in the Kolkata for their continuous support for the institute. It is my privilege to be share that the report of the institute. The institute established in 2007 as a center of excellence in pharmaceutical science is a national importance by the government of India. The institute has been functioning with a mission of being a unique resource for advanced skilled manpower with the excellence conducting 2 years postgraduate institute and 5 years PhD program and MTech program include. The institute, as part of its mission, has introduced course program on rare disease. It is a very unique in the global context in the master level in the country, offering continuously to attend the country requirement. It is happy to inform you that institute has 10 acres of the land at Kalyani and 20 acres of the land at Panihatty at BCPL land provided by the Department of Pharmaceutical, Ministry of Chemical at Panihatty to the construction. Currently, the institute building construction is under process at Panihatty. We have recruited various regular staff for the strengthening of the institute. Currently, our institute has best faculty strength 1:10 to maintain the cadre ratio. We have the laboratories, good laboratory facility to equip that innovation and excellence on that the infrastructure to be established for carrying out research and academic activity for the students and faculty. We have ranked, institute has ranked 32nd in the NIRF in 2020-23. This institute is starting multidisciplinary PhD program and inter-PhD program also, integrated PhD program in medical device and certificate program of PG diploma in medical devices, also introduced in the master program in biopharmaceutical program during academic year 23-24. I am happy to inform that institute has established Center for Marine Therapeutics. It is one of the prestigious activity in this region with the support of 30 crores DST and DOP contribution on this. And further, there is a rare disease center also established with the funding of DST and DBT. It is a important process development in the rare disease. The institute has published 111 papers during 2023 and together the total of 413 publication till date. 7 patent has been filed, 64 MS, 11 MTech students and 9 PhD scholars are receiving degree during this convocation. In contemporary knowledge, intensive economies and society, individual and societal progress is increasingly driven by technological advance, sustaining to improve the skilled workforce, advanced manpower in meaningfully globally competitive research at NIPER. The institute exposed that the stakeholder to advanced technique in practice by arranging that expert from industry, academia and other the experts from the global scenario, global industrial specialists also allied the subject to enable them to have that best practice, best exposure, to have that advanced knowledge in that the technology. We nurture that, provide holistic development for our students, also help them to ready from the day one for the industry, employability, for that the employability nature placement and again entrepreneurship aspect also. The institute has organized 20 plus events, workshops, seminars and symposium in this academic year. We also provide an opportunity to work with that other laboratories to strengthen their integrated skill. Several awards have been inducted to the students to encourage their activity and appreciate their work. We are happy that our students are placed 70 plus. The level of the student percentage is placed with the range of remuneration salary with 4 lakhs to 6 lakhs. For the PhD with 11 lakhs, it is secured with the in the placement aspect. Our students have won several awards in various national and international events. Dear students, our hearty congratulations, my best wishes to all of you for successful completion of the course and for the parents also, and joyous entry into that real world of elite postgraduate in the pharmaceutical science. We hope that you will leverage the capability to chart out a fulfilling path for yourself, eventually becoming a beacon for others to follow. I am sure that you will cherish that learning experience continuously. I would once again express my sincere gratitude to our Honorable Governor, Chairman, BOG, and the members of the BOG, guest of honor, invited guests for sparing their time for this event. I am happy to acknowledge that the presence of that our invited guest, Professor Uday Bandapatiya, Director, Bose Institute, Professor Tapas K. Kundu, former Director, CSIR CDRI, Lucknow, Professor Babatos Biswas, the Director, Woodland Hospital, and former Vice Chancellor of Health University, West Bengal, Dr. G. Babu, Director, Central Ayurvedic Research Institute, Professor Arun Bandapatiya, Director, CSIR IICB, Dr. Nagaya, Chief Scientist, CSIR Hyderabad, Professor Amito Datta, Pro Vice Chancellor, Jadavpur University, Kolkata, Chitraninj Butterjee for that Professor Pro Vice Chancellor, Jadavpur University, Kolkata, Surajit Sinha, Professor, Indian Association of Cultivation Science, Shiv Shankar Rai, Chief Scientist of IICB, Kolkata, Prafula Chandra Chukla, Assistant Professor, Associate Professor with the School of Medical Science, IIT, Kharagpur, Amitav Das, Professor in ISAR, Kolkata, Punya Slok, Professor from ISAR, Kolkata, all other invited, the guests from other institute, there are big acknowledgement, it is there. I am happy to acknowledge their presence for the 11th convocation of this institute. I am really happy for that exhortation aspect of the institute.
I invite the director to start the convocation proceeding by administration of exhortation.
Sir, the student of NIPER, Kolkata, who have been considered qualified for administering to the degree of the institute have assembled. I pray they may now be administered the exhortation.
Director, NIPER Kolkata, I call upon you to administer the exhortation to the recipients.
Speak the truth, practice virtue, let there be no neglect of your daily reading, let there be no neglect of your duties and responsibility, let there be no neglect of truth, let there be no neglect of welfare, let there be no neglect of prosperity, let there be no neglect of learning and teaching. Whatever deeds are blameless are to be practiced, not others. Whatever good practices there are among us are to be adopted, not others. Whoever are great and wise should be honored. What is to be given is to be given with faith, should not be given without faith, should be given in plenty, should be given with modesty, should be given with sympathy. If there is any doubt in you regarding any deeds, any doubt regarding conduct, you should decide yourself and act accordingly. After you judge critically, advise the counsel of those who are competent to judge, who are devoted to good deeds, who are not led by others, who are not harsh, who are lovers of truth. This is the instruction. You should take all this as the guiding philosophy of your life. Serve your country and nation with all your might, irrespective of any region, religion, caste, or community. I give you my blessing. May your life be crowned with success. Sir, may I introduce to you that the student who have already been considered fit by the institute to receive the degrees of the institute to which I pray they may be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairman, Board of Governors, NIPER Kolkata, I admit you to your respective degrees, and I charge you that ever in your thought and action, you prove yourself worthy of the honor conferred on you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Chairman, Board of Governors, NIPER Kolkata, to address the gathering.
The Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, we are all at NIPER Kolkata most privileged to have your gracious presence at this convocation. I'm also privileged to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. D. Srinivas Reddy, the Director of the Indian Institute of Chemical Technology, Hyderabad. Conventionally, the Chairman of the Board of Governors or the Chancellor in a convocation is not called upon to make an address. So what I would really say, I would be very brief. I'd like to congratulate all the students who have received their degrees, wish them all good luck and all success in the future. If there is only one word of advice that I may have for you, is that as you go out into life, you will find that failures are more common than successes. And the way one gets through them is to use two qualities which I suspect all of you have in abundance. That is resilience and imagination. And I hope that these will stay with you throughout your careers and you will have a wonderful future ahead of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Professor D. Srinivasa Reddy, Director, CSIR IICT Hyderabad, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Respected Dr. Ananda Boseji, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Professor P. Balram, Chairman, BOG, Professor Ravichandran, Director, and Professor Sagato Banerjee, Dean, and all the dignitaries, and many of them are sitting here, very seniors, and guests, awardees of the convocation, their parents, and all other students and staff of NIPER. Once again, greetings to all of you. And students, today marks an important day in your lives and a significant milestone in your life's journey. It is a moment of pride for you as much as it for your teachers, parents, and all others who played a significant part in shaping your life so far. It is also a celebration for the director, faculty, and entire staff, as it is a satisfaction for all their efforts today. So India is playing a major role in supplying medicines and vaccines to the world. You all are aware of this one. CSR labs like IICT Hyderabad, where I am coming from, and NCL Pune, CDRI Lucknow, IICB Kolkata in your own city, IIIM Jammu. So some of these players, they played a key roles with R&D efforts and with highly skilled manpower, because they trained in the beginning all this skilled manpower. Today, India is the largest provider of generic medicines globally. Let me also share with you an interesting fact that some of you may be aware already, that every one out of 3 pills consumed in US are manufactured in India. That's a proud moment for all of us. The origin of Indian pharmaceutical industry, again, goes back to the period of when Bengal Chemical Pharmaceuticals Limited, that BPCL, was established in 1901 by Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, a renowned scientist. It was the first Indian company for production of quality pharmaceuticals and chemicals with the objective to create awareness in the minds of Indians to become self-sufficient. Today we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. So what exactly we are talking today? Visionary leader, Acharya P.C. Ray, is a rare combination of scientific temper, entrepreneur, and most importantly, nationalistic fervor. So I was given to understand that you are very fortunate to be studying in the very premises of this Bengal Chemicals Pharmaceuticals Limited, BPCL, which marked the beginning of our rise of our pharmaceutical industry in India. So you all feel proud of it. So very recently we went through this tough times of COVID-19 pandemic situation. Just imagine the situation without drugs, vaccine, what could have happened. Thanks to all the scientists from various organizations and also from industry across the world who helped us with their efforts in short span of time. In fact, in India, many organizations including our institutes and NIPERs, and many of them are worked together and delivered their best in shortest possible time. So now we are facing another challenge. Although we are leaders in supplying medicines to the world, significant portion of key starting materials, APIs, are sourced from other countries, in particular from China. So need of the hour is to come out of this situation, particularly over dependence on other countries. To address this, the government of India introduced several incentives such as PLI, that product link incentives scheme, encouraging and enabling manufacture of APIs and KSMs in India. These efforts need to be complemented with the development of suitable infrastructure and process efficiencies. Academic and also R&D organizations like NIPERs and also CSR labs have to play a critical role in these ventures. So we all can work together to achieve this goal, and I assure you all that support from CSIR and also in particularly from IICT. In fact, we already started working together CMT proposal. So that is the Center for Marine Therapeutics, and today we are going to inaugurate the same thing. It was originally started with the major efforts from Dr. Ravichandran when I was at IIM Jammu. We all worked together. Dr. Tapas Kondu also here, who actually worked together when we started this, initiated this program. So my present organization, that IICT, is well known for the process development of APIs and also drug discovery efforts, particularly in that region. So we'll be happy to support you in in whatever capacity possible. In fact, one of our senior colleague, Dr. Nagaya, is very much part of your current BOG. I am happy to note that NIPER Kolkata is doing great in spite of limited number of staff and permanent place. I also listening to director's report. And I urge this institute to keep strengthening further at institute level and also increase collaborations to further develop symbiotic and synergetic relations with other institutions. I am sure with the progress made so far and also the new initiatives taken, and particularly very senior professors like Professor Balram is heading our BOG. So definitely we'd like to see this institute going to the next level. And of course, soon it will become a noticeable institute in the global scenario. So again, the graduates with their certificates and degrees in hand are expected to compete in the open market and become leaders in domain knowledge. You can also step forward in continuation of further studies to take up teaching or R&D position. You are fully equipped to take up challenges. India is a growing economy. Be ready to tap unlimited opportunities in pharma sector. It is a great profession to be, particularly to be in healthcare. Huge opportunities. There are lots of diseases which require therapeutic inventions which need to be invented. So I take this opportunity to congratulate once again all the graduating students on this day. Once again, I wish that they bring laurels to this institute by excelling in their chosen careers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I invite the chief guest, His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Honorable Governor, West Bengal, to kindly inaugurate the Center for Marine Therapeutics. Thank you very much, sir. Now I invite Director NIPER Kolkata to award gold medals to the recipients.
Sir, may I pray that the candidates who have been considered fit by the institute and whose names are set out in the list be allowed to announce.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chairman Board of Governors, NIPER Kolkata, I admit the persons whose names are set out in the list be the recipients of medals.
The registrar will read out the names of the recipients of the gold medal.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Governor, Government of West Bengal, and other dignitaries. With your kind permission, it's my great privilege to announce the name of the students receiving gold medals for the MS Form and MTech batch 2021 to 2023. The Institute Gold Award for topper in all discipline, Institute Gold Award for topper among girls, and Mrs. Millie Biswas Gold Award for topper in all discipline goes jointly to Ms. Sagarika Patra from Department of Medicinal Chemistry and Ms. Jayashree Patra from Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology. With the other medals. Sir U.N. Brahmachari Gold Award for topper in Department of Medicinal Chemistry and Dr. P.C. Paul Gold Award in the Department of Medicinal Chemistry goes to Ms. Sagarika Patra. UN Brahmachari Gold Award for Topper in Department of Natural Products and Natrion USA Gold Award for Topper in Department of Natural Product goes to Mr. Savale Rahul Dadaji. Sir UN Brahmachari Gold Award for Topper in Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology goes to Ms. Jayashree Patra. Sir UN Brahmachari Gold Award for Topper in Department of Pharmacoinformatics and Dr. P.C. Paul Gold Award for Topper in Department of Pharmacoinformatics goes to Ms. Swastika Shahu. Sir UN Brahmachari Gold Award for Topper in Department of Pharmaceutics goes to Ms. Sonakar Namrata Pandrang. Sir UN Brahmachari Gold Award for Topper in Department of Medical Device goes jointly to Ms. Arja Ashwini and Chillarj Anjali Ashok. Dr. Siddhartha Roy Gold Award for first rank in rare disease examination goes to Ankle Vaishnavi Santosh. Dr. B.K. Gupta Gold Award for second rank in rare disease examination goes to Ms. Jayashree Patra. Best Thesis Award for Masters in Biological Science goes to Mr. Kushal Vansmaker. Best Thesis Award for Masters in Chemical Science goes to Mr. Amit Gautam. Best Thesis Award for Masters in Pharmaceutical Science goes to Ms. Sujata Das.
I thank the dignitaries. Now, I request Director NIPER Kolkata for the award of degree scrolls.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Chairman, Board of Governance of the Institute, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, and Master of Technology of this Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same. Sir, Chairman. Registrar will read out the names of the recipients.
The name of the PhD students for the degree certificates from the Department of Medicinal Chemistry, Sharmista Paul, Rauri Srinath, Kasrala Varalakshmi, Ratnam Mallesh, Siyas Pant from Department of Pharmacoinformatics. Sagarika Patra and 7 others of Department of Medicinal Chemistry, Dabamita Charan and 6 others of Department of Natural Product, Devati Devina Kumari and 4 others in Department of Pharmacoinformatics, Sonali Mohanta and 10 others in Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology KM Monica and 12 others in Department of Pharmaceutics are presented for degree of Master of Science in Pharmacy. Anuradha Das Gaikwad and 8 others in Department of Medical Device are presented for degree of Master of Technology in Medical Device. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, there is a special announcement by ADC to His Excellency.
On this special day of the convocation of NIPER Kolkata, His Excellency the Governor of West Bengal has decided to present a scroll of honor to this great institution. It goes like scroll of honor. The National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, NIPER, has been an institute of excellence in its field of operation and has brought laurels to itself and glory to the nation. Addressing one of the felt needs of society for dependable and quality pharmaceuticals to maintain its health and well-being. NIPER has created a niche for itself in the public mind. Through the dedication and commitment of the teachers and students, this institute has earned the approbation and goodwill of not only the experts, but also the common man. The commendable contributions made by the pharmaceutical sector in combating the pandemic has become a legend of contemporary society to be nurtured and treasured to inspire the future. In deference to the invaluable contribution of this pride of institutions, we are pleased to confer on the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, NIPER, this scroll of honor on this, the 28th day of July 2023, signed by Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Governor of West Bengal. Now I'll request Director NIPER Kolkata to please accept this scroll of honor from His Excellency the Governor of West Bengal.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the chief guest, His Excellency Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, to address the gathering.
Chairman, Board of Governors, NIPER Kolkata, Professor P. Balram, Guest of Honor, Dr. D. Srinivas Reddy, CSIR IACT Hyderabad, Dr. V. Ravichandran, respected Director of NIPER Kolkata, Dr. Sugato Banerjee, Associate Professor and Dean in charge, most respected professors, teachers, and my very dear heroes and sheroes of NIPER. I'm delighted to be here on this auspicious occasion when this convocation ceremony is held in the presence of stalwarts and dignitaries. I'm a student of English literature. When I was sitting with the stalwarts to the right and left of me, I was reminded of what Dryden spoke of the characters of Chaucer. Here is God's plenty. I'm delighted to be one among them, and I congratulate all those who have built up this institution of excellence over the years through sweat and toil. I'm reminded of what Sir Winston Churchill said about the Royal Air Force during the war. He said, never before has so much been done by so few to so many in so short a time. This I would repeat about this institution as well. Never before has so much been done by so few to so many in so short a time. Congratulations to all those who are behind this. I congratulate those students who have received their degrees, and of course the gold medalists. I remember when I was a student long time ago, I also had the opportunity to receive a gold medal. I know what it means in the mind of the recipient. I congratulate all of you. As far as academic honors are concerned, there are no winners and the losers. There are only winners and winnables. I congratulate the winners. I also congratulate the winnables. Please prove your mettle. You have ample opportunities waiting for you. Yes, I remember I was also comparing notes with the honorary director. What Madhavalal Shroff, what is he to pharmacy education in the country? I would say Madhavalal Shroff is to pharmacy education in the nation what Mahatma Gandhi is to India. He is the father of the nation. Madhavalal Shroff is the father of pharmacy education here. 3 cheers to the great mind which has ushered in new concept of pharmacy education, which has caused all of us to be assembled here. There are many instances which I remember in thanks when I think of the pharmacy industry in this country. I was also in a way associated with combating pandemic. If India is free of pandemic to an extent, we owe it to the pharmaceutical sector. I was delighted to hear the director saying 1/3 of the pills consumed in America is manufactured in India. India is emerging as a pharmacy of the world, and you are all responsible for that. I remember a pharmacy student, both of them studied in India, and one was an Indian, one was an American. They went to America, they got job, initially as medical representatives. The American student, he will get up in the morning, take his bag, he's always in a hurry, he gulps his breakfast somehow or other, he rushes out. The Indian pharmacy student, he will be relaxing in the easy chair, reading newspaper and sipping a cup of coffee. Once the American student pharmacist asked the Indian pharmacist, why are you sitting like this? He said, why are you in a hurry? The American said, I will meet the doctors, I will tell them about the new products, I will get more and more orders, I will make more and more money, and then I will start my own pharmaceutical manufacturing industry. Then I will make more and more money. Then I will become a billionaire, and then I will relax. The Indian student said, that's what I'm doing now. I'm relaxing. We know, yes, in India, we are taught to believe from childhood, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. Yes, in Latin they say, mens sana in corpore sana. Translated to English, it means, as you know, a sound mind in a sound body. The pharmacist makes the body sound, and education should be there to make the mind sound. And pharmacy education means it takes care of both body and mind. And what is the relation between body and mind? What is the relation between matter and mind? Once I remember, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, when he was a Spalding professor of Oxford, which is not a joke, as you know. The Spalding professor is the ultimate in the field of philosophy. And twice he was a Spalding professor, 2 terms. Once, a meeting was to be addressed by Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. That was only intricate relationship between matter and mind. It was widely advertised all the intellectuals, the professors, the thinkers were all assembled there. Here is the greatest philosopher of the century, Spalding Professor of Oxford, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, speaking on the relation between matter and mind. The Albert Hall, like this, thousands and thousands of scholars were assembled. All the media were there. They wanted to listen to the momentous speech to be made by the greatest philosopher on Indian thought. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan stood up, the tall figure that he is. Then he asked a question, explaining or explicating the relation between, the complicated relation between matter and mind. He said, what is matter? The whole world stayed with bated breath to hear the answer to this. What is matter? Answer, never mind. Next question, what is mind? Again, the bated breath, listen, try to listen. What is mind? The answer, does not matter. That is a complicated relation between matter and mind. In the pharmaceutical education, yes, the medicine takes care of the body, but what takes care of the mind is knowledge, education. That is why it is in the Bhagavad Gita. It is said, yes, jadasya dhruva murtyam, jadasya dhruva murtyam, dhruvam janma mృతస్య cha, tasmad apariharyarthe, natvam shojidam arhasi. Whatever is born will die, whatever dies will be reborn. Don't fret about it over which you have no control. But then, ordinary mortals like you and me will ask a question. When you say, body is nothing, body is transient, soul is eternal, ordinary human beings like me, we can feel the body, we cannot feel the soul. What is that? What is the soul? What is the mind? The answer is given, Nayanam chindanti shastrani. Nayanam chindanti shastrani. Nayanam dagati pavakaha. Na chainam vedayanti apo. Na shaushayati mayradhaga. It cannot be shattered by the arrow. It cannot be burned by fire. Not dissolved in water. Not wafted away in air. That is the soul. Here in pharmaceutical education, the first part, the body is taken care of. The second part, the mind is also taken care of. As you all know, everything is born twice in the world. First in the mind and then in the field. The idea is born, the vision is there in your mind, then it is translated into the field. That is why John Milton said, the mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. That is a relation between the mind and the body. Here I see the confluence of those two concepts. Medicine takes care of your body and education takes care of your mind. I remember the importance, when I speak about the importance of pharmacy, yes, that is the contribution made by you in an hour of crisis. One pharmacist can make a change. You may remember, the experts here will certainly tell you about the thalidomide. Thalidomide was a wonder drug which was created in Germany. It was marketed with much fanfare. This is good for morning sickness for the pregnant women. It can cure anxiety. All the mothers started buying it. It was advertised that it has no side effects. Then one research student, like the research students who got the gold medal here, one research student in Hamburg University said, this thalidomide makes the babies crippled. It was seen 8,000 babies were born, some without eyes, some have no arms, some no legs. 8,000. It became a big scandal. The company said no. They stuck to their guns. Thalidomide does not have any of these effects. Then comes one pharmacist. In the United States was the best market for this medicine, especially for pregnant women. They all resort to anything that is artificial for temporary gains. This company could not sell a single capsule in USA because one young pharmacist, she had Kelsey. Kelsey had just stepped out of the pharmacy college. She was there in the FDA, Federal Drug Administration, only for 1 month. She refused to give license for this medicine, which was hailed the world over as a wonder drug. She said, I want you to answer the point. I am not going to take no for an answer. I want to be convinced how this affects the fetus. The company had no explanation. They tried to put pressure on her. They tried financial solutions to bribe her, entice her, to ridicule her. They pressurized her. This pharmacist stood to her gun. She refused to give it. When the news broke out of the thalidomide tragedy in various countries in Europe, America was not affected because there was one vigilant pharmacist. 3 cheers to the pharmacist who saved a generation. You know, this act of the one pharmacist, you know, they say one swallow does not make a summer, but this was a rare swallow. She could make the difference. She could make it happen. She could make the difference. Whole world stood up against this exploitation by the thalidomide manufacturers. The London Times and the newspapers in those days in London, they all stood by the mothers who are affected by this. Ralph Nader, you know, the father of the consumer movement in the world, Ralph Nader said, boycott all products of this company unless they give adequate compensation to the mothers who lost their babes. Finally, they had to budge. All this happened because of the timely action and the dedication, the courage of one pharmacist who stood to her guns. So it's not a small area of education that we are administering. This is something which has a tremendous impact on the world as such. Yes, I want to present before you one shocking incident. Before I came here, when I set out to get into my car, my ADC Nigel, he gave me an email which I received in the Raj Bhavan. That email reads, so there is a big racket which is happening around you. Medicines after expiry date are collected. Then it is reprocessed, relabeled on the borders, sent back to Kolkata. It's a multi-crore fraud, multi-crore business. Old expired medicine being marketed as new medicine. This is happening here and in front of you. I assure you that this will certainly be inquired into and the culprits will be booked. This is massacre of the unborn, massacre of the innocent in the name of pharmacy. This is what is being done to bring discredit to the pharmaceutical industry and the pharmaceutical education. This is something which I am flagging before you. Certainly advise me in your own way how this menace can be tackled. If it is true, we will certainly hang those who are doing these perpetrators of crime, crime against humanity, massacre of the unborn, massacre of the innocents. That can never be allowed to continue there. In the Mahabharata, you read about Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama is Samharati, the son of Drona. Drona has taught him all the magic of archery. And he also has the Brahmacharya Astra. When unwittingly he drew the Brahmacharya Astra, Vyasa knew it will destroy the whole world. Vyasa came and intercepted. And then, after diffusing it, he told Ashwatthama, withdraw this destructive arrow. And he says, I do not know how to withdraw it. Without knowing how to withdraw it, you have started off destruction of the world. Then Vyasa suggested, you can aim at some object that will be destroyed by your arrow, but the universe will be saved. You know what Ashwatthama did? Ashwatthama pointed his arrow to the womb of Uttara. Massacre of the unborn. This is happening around us. Hear the cry of Ashwatthama. In the name of medicine, medicine is supposed to save us. That same medicine is used for the destruction. This is a serious issue which has to be researched. I will request you to kindly do it. I do not want to prolong my speech. I remember I had a principal who was a Christian priest. I studied in the convent schools and their colleges. A very nice person, very humane in nature. After he was retired from the post of principal, he found a mission for himself. He will go to the nearest medical college, hospital, and he will take or console the patients who are there. Those who are writhing in pain, he will read the Bible for them and pray for them. Every patient will be looking for his arrival in the evenings. One Japanese young man, he was on a motorbike expedition throughout the world. He met with an accident there. He was admitted in the medical college hospital. He was writhing in pain. This priest went and prayed for him. As he was praying, the young man was saying something, Kishi, Mishima, Aishi. The priest did not know what exactly it means, but from the context he guessed, please pray more for me. So he kept on praying. Unfortunately, the young man expired on the table. But the priest was happy. During his last hours, I was there to offer prayers for him. After 10 years, Japanese ambassador visited our college. This principal, the priest told him the story about the young man for whom he prayed. And then yes, the young man was repeating, Kishi, Mishima, Aishi. What does it mean? The ambassador said in Japanese it means, please take your feet from the oxygen tube. Yes, when we administer medicine, you should not be putting your feet on the oxygen tube. Be very, very careful. You are dealing with something which decides the life and death of human beings. That thought should be there. And the chairman of the board of governors, he told you an excellent advice born out of his vast experience of life. He said, when you go out of the colleges and face life, failures will be more than success. Yes, that's a very profound statement which has got practical meaning in your life. I remember the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers started on their mission to develop what they call the flying machine. Everybody told them, leave flying to the birds. This is impossible. You cannot fly. You do not have wings. How can you have a flying machine? Impossible. But they said, if birds can fly, so can we. Therefore, we have the aeroplane now. If birds can fly, so can we. And Ford, when he was toying with the idea of a motor car, even Edison told him, this is a futile exercise. Leave it, Ford. Join me. You are a clever inventor. Let us come together, put our heads together, and do something useful. But Ford also told himself, if birds can fly, so can we. Therefore, we have the motor car. Napoleon said, impossible. Impossible is a word found only in the dictionary of fools, which is correct. For those youngsters who are going out of this institution, please take care of the advice given by the chairman, Mr. Balram. That is an advice which is a quintessence of worldly wisdom. You will face failures more than successes. Turn failures into success. That is where your success lies. How can it be done? It's very easy. Very, very easy. You know, in the Indian belief, there is a goddess residing on your forehead. The goddess's name is Tatha Astu. Tatha Astu, which means let it be so. After the Christian prayers, they say Amen, which means let it be so. When you start on a venture, if you tell yourself, oh, I will fail in this, I do not have the wherewithal, I do not have the capital, I do not have the human resource, I do not have the support system, I do not have the marketing machinery, I will not succeed in this. The goddess will say, Tatha Astu. Whereas if you say, I will succeed, I am born to win, I will not take no for an answer, I will make it a grand success, the same goddess will say, Tatha Astu. Let it be so. So it's you who make your mark, your future. Oh, the mind. The mind has mountains and chasms no man fathomed. Train your mind, control your mind, overcome your mind. As Martin Luther said, we shall overcome. For the man who decides to overcome, we shall overcome. I remember one American presidential candidate, who fought against senior Bush, Al Gore. Al Gore lost the election, not because he was a bad candidate. Later on, he got the Nobel Prize. See, during the election campaign, he dashed off to India, particularly Kerala, where I come from. He was very fond of staying in Kovalam Beach Resort. He came and stayed 2 days there during the thick of the election campaign. He wanted to chill out. On the way to the hotel, he saw so many people standing before the mic and speaking for hours together. He asked, what is going on? They said, this is a panchayat by-election. Why do they speak so much? It's like that. He keep on speaking, nobody listens, but they keep on speaking, they win the election. It's a bright idea. This Kerala model is a bright idea. So he went back to America. For the presidential debate, the television will give them 10 minutes. Millions of people will be watching that. There, for the first time in American history, Al Gore used the Kerala model. An hour and a half long speech. At the end of which he said, we need educational reform, we need social reform, we need industrial reform, we need cultural reform. Somebody said from the audience, you need some chloroform. Before he said that, I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much. All the best in your life.
Thank you, His Excellency. Now, I invite Chairman BOG to declare the convocation closed.
The convocation is closed.
I request the Director NIPER Kolkata to honor the Chief Guest, His Excellency Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, with a memento. Now, I request the Director to honor the Guest of Honor, Professor D. Srinivasa Reddy, Director CSIR IICT Hyderabad, with a memento. Now, I request the Director to honor the Chairman BOG, Professor P. Balaram, with a memento. Thank you, sir. Now, I invite the Registrar NIPER Kolkata to give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to the President of Function, our Chairman, BOG, Honorable Chief Guest, Guest of Honor, Director, Dean, invited guests, media representative, parents, degree recipients, faculty and staff, and my dear students. I stand here today as a proud and grateful member of an NIPER family to express my heartfelt thanks to all those who have made this event successful. I express my deepest thanks to our BOG Chairman, Professor Balram, for his presence and guidance. Thank you, sir. On behalf of our institute and all the degree recipients, I would like to record my sincere thanks to our chief guest, His Excellence Dr. C.V. Ananta Bose, Governor, West Bengal, for taking his precious time out and consenting to be the chief guest and motivating us with his words. Your presence today has immensely enhanced its importance and made it more memorable, sir. I would like to extend my gratitude to our guest of honor, Professor D. Srinivasa Reddy, Director, CSIR IIT Hyderabad, for accepting our invitation and enriched with his inspiring words. I would like to record our sincere thanks to all invited esteemed guests who have taken keen interest and taken time out of their busy schedule and attend this event. I express our sincere thanks to Dr. Uday Bandabhatai, Bose Institute, for providing the facility to conduct these convocations. We have been fortunate to backed by our director, Dr. V. Ravichandran, who have been constant support and encouragement. With your support and direction, this convocation become more memorable to us. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to all faculty and staff members of NIPER Kolkata for their support. Their unwavering support has been instrumental in our institute growth and development. I would like to express my appreciation to various committee coordinators, members, and student volunteers for spending their valuable time and making the best arrangement for this program. Thank you all. I would like to thank that individual who have supported for the arrangements of hall, stage, lights, sound system, lunch and refreshment, and online program and other arrangements. I like to thank the parents for their presence in this afternoon. I want to thank all of you for being part of this event and clarifying this day. I would like to thank the press and media personnel for covering this event. I congratulate all the students who have received their awards and certificate during this convocation. Finally, I would like to thank each everyone for your support and participation for making this event great success. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Now I request all the faculty and staff to assemble on the dais for the group photo. I request all the degree recipients to assemble on the dais for the group photo. Now I request everyone to stand for the national anthem. I request the other group of students to assemble on the dais for the group photo. Let us all stand up for the national anthem and please remain standing till the procession leaves the hall.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
All guests are requested to wait for some time after the procession leaves. Dear guests, you all are requested to please wait for some time after the procession leaves. Dear guests, please wait for a couple of minutes.
नहीं अभी तो सेकंड होगा हाँ लाइव बंद कर दीजिए फिर बाद में शुरू करेंगे वो डिग्री तो अभी तक दिया नहीं डिग्री देना बाकी है
Thank you so much, sir. Degree recipients, please remain seated. Your degrees will be awarded very shortly. Degrees to the respective recipients will be awarded very shortly, so please remain seated in your seats.
কি হবে এখন? Pakka? Degrees will be given after lunch, so please come back, and then after that the degree distribution ceremony will take place.
1. Vishwarup Darshan Dash. For the MS Farm degree, Department PE. K.M. Monica. Adapa Leela Sri Varudhini. Shomodip Mukherjee. Prajjal Arun Amzare. Joshi Vedant Sunil. Pradhuman Dhakar. Bhamre Kumudini Kishore. Nazir Hussain. Ghayal Sachin Ramesh.
Nazir Sachin.
Ghayal Sachin Ramesh, please. M. Bharat. Sweta Kar. Sujata Das. Sondkar Namrata Pandurang. Next, I'll call out the names from the Department of MC. Sagarika Patra. Yaman. Debraj Ghosh. Beli Brahma. Christine Jonathan. Bhalerao Priyanka Vasanta. Now I'll be calling out the names from Department of NP. Muthukudi Rakesh. Rahul Dadaji Shewale. Mehta Sani Rajkumar. Abhinav Sahu, Bhukia Siva, Debamita Charan, Patil Ajay Prakash,
सुदर्शन मुर्मू PI Pharmacoinformatics बोलते पारो
Hmm.
बोलो PI बोलो Pharmacoinformatics
Now we'll start with the Department of Pharmacoinformatics. Sudarshan Murmu. Kesarpu Uday Kumar. DVT Divena Kumari. Swagatika Sahu.
Pharmacology
Ashish Kumar Sahu. Next we have from the Department of Pharmacology, Sonali Mohanta. Ashutosh Behera. Bhavnish Kumar. Vaishnavi Santosh Ankhule. Chirag Jain. Jayashree Patro. Westmaker Kushal Nalin. Jyotiram Tulshiram Botke. Nikita Gopal Khandelwal. Anu Chandran.
last 46 to 53 medical devices
Navya T. Dhanve Prajjal Appa Sahib. Last but not the least, we have from Department of Medical Devices, Rajkishore Sidar. Anuradha Ramdas Gaikwar. Chillarge Anjali Ashok. Giriraj Patidar. Mansi Dixit. Arja Aswani. Tanvi Kiran Sonpipare. Bhapsar Ashwini Mahendra.